Hello everyone, my name is Sanjana. Welcome back to our channel English with Sanjana. The main objective of today's video is to bring you all a warm wish for Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Every year we make resolutions and we vow to keep them. This year our only resolution is to spend more time with you all. English with Sanjana YouTube channel wishes you a happy, prosperous, single and Tamil New Year. With this warm wish, I would like to turn towards my loving dad with a simple question. Dad, my friends and I don't know much about Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Customs and tradition behind Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Dad, what is actually Sinhala and Tamil New Year?
Well, I will give you a very simple answer to your question. A much awaited time of the year in Sri Lanka. Traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year is celebrated by many households, especially mainly Buddhist and Hindu, as the sun moves from the Pisces to Aries, marking the end of harvest season. I thought that you would ask me this question today. So, I have prepared a fine, colorful, detailed presentation on traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Without wasting even a single minute, we will directly move on to the presentation on traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Kids, are you ready?
Kusal, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, sister.
Friends, are you ready? Dad, we are ready.
If you are ready, let's begin.
Once again, we all wish you a very happy new year. As I mentioned in the introduction, this presentation mainly focuses on traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Before we move on to learn about customs, tradition and rituals which we observe during Sinhala and Tamil New Year, we can have a general idea about Sri Lanka and its identity. The identity of Sri Lanka. Any individual in the society has his or her own identity based on the features of his or her body and character. Similarly, Sri Lanka, which is one of the countries in the world, too has a specific identity. So, this identity will help Sri Lanka to be separated and identified among all other countries in the world. First, we will learn about geographical identity of Sri Lanka and next, the social identity of Sri Lanka. Under geographical identity of Sri Lanka, we would say Sri Lanka is an island located in the Indian Ocean, closer to the Indian subcontinent. We are not going to learn much about geographical identity of Sri Lanka. We are just trying to learn and clear our path towards our main topic, traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Under social identity of Sri Lanka, there are various areas we could discuss, such as social community, national heritages, world heritages, indigenous people, and cultural features and festivals. But we will mainly pay our attention to social community and cultural festivals in Sri Lanka. Social community of Sri Lanka consists of different ethnic groups like Sinhalese, Tamils, Muslims and Burghers. Sri Lankans follow various religions such as Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam and Christianity. Sri Lanka has an special distinct identity in various festivals and cultural features inherited from different tribal groups, various races and religions in the Sri Lankan society. Such cultural festivals and cultural features are mentioned below.
Vesak Festival, Poson Festival, Madu Festival, Deepavali Festival, Ramazan festival, Christmas, Dalanda Perahara in Kandy, and Sinhala and Tamil New Year.
Remember, I have mentioned only some major cultural festivals. There are many more which can be seen throughout the year. Here, in this presentation, we would like to draw your attention to traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year, which is important for all Sri Lankans. For your easy understanding, we have divided our main topic Sinhala and Tamil New Year into 6 segments.
Introduction. History of the traditional New Year. Preparation period prior to New Year. The last day of the old year. New Year Day. After New Year. Introduction.
A much awaited time of the year in Sri Lanka. The Aluth Aurudda or Puththandu Valthukkal is celebrated by many households, mainly Buddhist and Hindu, as the sun moves from Pisces to Aries, marking the end of the harvest season. With the pleasant call of Koha, which is heard throughout the month of April, Sri Lankan people move towards the numerous observances and traditions. The Sinhala and Tamil New Year is a well-celebrated cultural festival that brings all Sri Lankan people together in many parts of the world. The blossoming flowers of Erabudu is associated with advent of the New Year.
History of the traditional New Year.
Sri Lanka, which is located above the equator and surrounded by the Indian Ocean, is an island nation. Since Sri Lanka is a tropical country, it receives the rainfall throughout the year. So, Sri Lanka inherits a rich, self-sufficient agricultural civilization. There are 2 agricultural seasons in Sri Lanka, Yala and Maha. By February, all the paddy fields become full of paddies in golden color. At the end of Maha agricultural season, they used to bring a massive harvest to Rajarata region in Sri Lanka. Farmers temporarily stored their harvested paddy in the threshing floor. Next, they used tree auction to rotate around to separate paddy seeds from paddy pods. Farmers got ready for the new rice festival by preparing milk rice. The first batch of new rice, after being plucked, threshed and winnowed, is offered to the Buddha. The share of new rice that belongs to God is offered to God. Finally, they offer newly prepared milk rice to all the villagers.
Preparation period prior to the New Year.
April dawns with a richness of color, scent and sound. The bright red Erabudu flowers are in bloom and fruit trees are full of juicy fruits. The cuckoo, known as the Koha, welcomes the new year with her melodious song. In villages all across our beautiful island, people wait eagerly for the Koha's song to herald an auspicious new year. One common tradition is cleaning houses thoroughly before the New Year's Eve. Most people believe in the idea that cleaning houses before the first day of New Year ensures that you don't carry in your old, somewhat soiled life into the New Year. Housewife is responsible to get the kitchen cleaned, and a mixture of clay derived from ant hills and cow dung is densely applied on the ground. After New Rice Festival, women can use new rice to prepare sweetmeat for the new year. Types of sweetmeat prepared by elderly women in Sri Lanka for the new year.
The last day of the old year.
Bathing for the old year as a part of Sinhala and Tamil New Year traditions is observed. The ritual is performed in order to refresh the body and the mind for the new year. Rituals of New Year begin with a bath on the last day of the old year and viewing the moon on the same night. This ritual of viewing the moon is performed in order to pay respect and gratitude to the moon.
New Year Day.
Before neutral period, people in the house stop daily routine activities. Women especially clean the kitchen to mark the end of the old year. The kitchen is the place where food is processed for consumption. In many village temples, the chiming of the temple bell is accompanied with the sounds of firecrackers to make the people aware of the exact auspicious time to mark the beginning of the Nonagate time period. The Sri Lankans are encouraged to refrain from routine actions and engage solely in religious activities. During this transition time, people stop all their day-to-day activities and visit the temple to accrue merit and get their blessings from the priests in the temple.
Dawn of the New Year.
The sound of firecrackers and the rhythm of Rabana signal that it is the dawn of a new beginning. Aluth Aurudda. As the new year sets in, families become busy with activities, getting ready for the rituals that are to follow. The hearth is lit by the lady of the house, facing the designated direction. Before preparing food, the new year is celebrated with boiling milk in a newly earthen pot, symbolizing prosperity as they spill over from all sides of the pot. From the oldest to the youngest, all gather around to witness the milk bubbling from the pot. After that only the milk rice is prepared.
Commencement of Work.
Exactly at the auspicious time, the people begin their work. The nature of the work is determined by their age. Children begin their schoolwork. The older people begin their work according to their profession in a symbolic manner. For example, a farmer might go to the paddy field to do a planting activity. A teacher would start preparations for classroom work. Some villagers in rural areas still practice drawing water from the well as the first activity of the year. So they do exchange their give and take practice with the well that had been supplying water for the last year. Then there is the time for greeting the elders with a sheaf of betel leaves. The elders give their blessings for the young ones for the coming year. Many people prefer to exchange money with a person who is successful in earning and saving money in the last year. To drive away the evil, if there is any, is another thing the tradition expects. A tree that exudes milk is tapped, and that concludes this set of rituals. Finally, it is time for the family meal at the table. This ritual marks the harmony and togetherness of the family. All sit together to enjoy the milk rice prepared at the auspicious time by lighting the hearth for the new year. Lighting of the hearth symbolizes the continuity of life. The table is laid with sweetmeats and luminaries that adds taste to milk rice. After having their Happy New Year meal, the youngest to oldest start playing traditional indoor games. After the basic rituals are over, the villagers begin to visit immediate relatives live close by and friends or neighbors. While going to these places, it is customary to take betel leaves to worship the elders, gifts if there are any, the sweetmeats prepared or cake or biscuits, since the Sinhalese believe that going to a house in a new year with empty hands is an impertinent act. Then turn begins to visit distant relatives. This sometimes occurs even a week after the new year is dawned.
After New Year.
Applying oil on heads is another ritual that is associated with the New Year festival. In any cases, it is the most eldest family member who anoints the herbal oil prescribed, especially for the ear on the heads of others. There are some instances in which the anointment is done at the village temple, where all the villagers gather to have anointed oil on their heads by the priest in the temple.
Games played at New Year festival.
Everyone's favorite part of the year, however, has got to be Aurudda Utsava, New Year celebrations held by various associations throughout the month of April. Here are just a few of favorites.
Climbing the greasy pole, placing the eye on the elephant, coconut scraping, lime and spoon race, cycle race, sack race, road running, eating bun, pillow fight, tug of war, breaking the pots, musical chairs, beauty little prince and princess contest, beauty queen contest.
Here is another interesting information. Various foreigners from all four corners of the world visit Sri Lanka to enjoy our cultural festivals throughout the year. But I have included some pictures to show how happy they are to engage in our traditional games during Sinhala and Tamil New Year celebrations. In the set of traditional rituals, the villagers began their work at the auspicious time as the new year dawned. But the recent phenomenon has been that there is a specific time to leave for the jobs. After this vacation, the people should begin their work in a novel way. So the astrologers have devised an auspicious time for the people in rural areas to leave for the respective job in an auspicious time. That's all for today's presentation on traditional Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find this video interesting and useful, subscribe to our channel and alarm the notification bell. Stay tuned with our English channel. It will bring you absolutely amazing videos in the new year. Bye now.